We can't believe it's happening again. It's no surprise when a soap opera brings back a baddie from the past. But young and restless Sharon has had more than her fair share of villains to deal with. In quick succession, it's almost too much to believe that she's set to repeat a horrifying scene from her past yet again. Yes, Sharon is set to square off with Matt Clark, which in and of itself is a shocking repeat of history given the recent torment she went through with the brutal Cameron Kirsten. After the man who violently attacked her and she thought she'd killed turned up in Genoa City and kidnapped her daughter, Faith Shar was forced to stab him to death during a terrifying confrontation. If that wasn't enough, Kirsten came back to haunt her after the fact. Sure, it was all in her mind, and drug-induced, but the effects on her mental state were very real. No sooner did Sharon put Cameron and Ian and Jordan's torment behind her than she was taken prisoner and held captive anew, this time with her nemesis, Phyllis. The pair were put through the ringer and nearly killed by Martin Laurent, but Sharon soldiered on, heading off to Aristotle Dumas' chateau in France with Nick, where they encountered yet more death and drama. Once back in Genoa City, Sharon remained sane, though we're not sure how, and looked forward to restarting a romance with her ex, only to find themselves thrown back into yet another nightmare when Noah's brush with death led Sharon to come face to face with her former rapist, Matt Clark. Sharon is nothing if not a mama bear, so having reached the conclusion that Clark was coming for her and Nick through their son, what comes next seems inevitable. Young and restless spoilers indicate that Sharon will stand her ground with Matt Clark, which clearly means a confrontation is afoot. If it's exhausting for us at this point, we can't imagine how it must feel for Sharon to continually have to deal with old monsters coming out of the woodwork. The question is, what will go down when Sharon confronts Matt? That's where the horrifying repeat of history is bound to come in. Either we're being set up for yet another scene where Sharon must kill the villain to protect her child, survive, get rid of him for good, or the groundwork is being laid for Nick or Noah to swoop in and do the deed for her. But, you might be thinking, will Matt really die so soon after reappearing? It's possible they'll drag out his torment for maximum value. Sharon might even find herself locked up again, but ultimately, she will be forced to replay some variation of this horrifyingly repetitive scene from her past. We honestly don't know what's more shocking, the deadly confrontation itself, or the fact that these people could actually play out this same scenario so many times in one lifetime. The town of Genoa City has seen its fair share of drama, but fans of the young and the restless know that nothing stirs tension quite like Sharon Newman's tumultuous journey. Known for her resilience and, at times, fragile psyche, Sharon is no stranger to the horrors of her past. Yet, the upcoming episodes promise to plunge her back into a nightmare that feels both eerily familiar and terrifyingly new. Here's an in-depth look at what to expect as Sharon faces a horrifying recurrence of her history. A dark shadow returns for longtime viewers. Sharon's past has always been a delicate mix of love, loss, and mental instability, from her struggles with multiple breakdowns to her ill-fated romances with Nick and Adam. Sharon has lived a life marked by both passion and peril. The latest spoilers suggest that Sharon will be confronted by a situation that mirrors a previous trauma, bringing her emotional resilience to the brink. Insiders hint that Sharon will experience sudden, unexplained episodes that leave her questioning reality. These unsettling events may include vivid hallucinations and flashbacks that resurface memories she had long tried to suppress. For fans, the parallels to past storylines will be chilling. Sharon is not merely reacting to new stressors, but confronting ghosts from her own history. The trigger, a familiar face or forgotten secret. What exactly will trigger Sharon's recurrence? Speculation is rife. One possibility points to the unexpected return of someone from her past. Perhaps a figure whose actions caused deep pain years ago. Could it be someone connected to her previous breakdowns, or even a long-lost connection that once shaped her life? Another theory revolves around the unveiling of secrets long buried. Genoa City is no stranger to the explosive power of revelations, and Sharon's life may soon be appended by truths that were meant to remain hidden. Whether it's a shocking family secret, a betrayal by someone she trusts, or a danger to her children, the looming threat is palpable. Emotional fallout, family ties under siege. Sharon's family has always been central to her story, from Nick Newman to Faith, and even her sometimes contentious relationships with her parents. The impact of her past trauma reverberates through her family ties. As Sharon's history re-emerges, expect tense confrontations, emotional outbursts, and moments of heart-wrenching vulnerability. Faith, in particular, may play a critical role as Sharon grapples with her fears. Her daughter may serve both as a source of strength and a mirror reflecting the consequences of unresolved trauma. Fans can anticipate tearful scenes where mother and daughter navigate a complicated landscape of fear, guilt, and love. Romantic turmoil. The Nick Factor romance has never been simple for Sharon. Her complicated history with Nick Newman will likely become entangled in this horrifying recurrence. Will Nick step in to support Sharon, or will his involvement inadvertently exacerbate her struggles? The upcoming episodes promise tense, emotionally charged interactions between the two, where love, frustration, and fear collide. Moreover, Sharon's vulnerability may draw the attention of others in Genoa City. From old flames to new allies, Sharon's emotional fragility could lead to unexpected alliances or dangerous entanglements. The line between care and manipulation may blur, leaving viewers guessing who truly has Sharon's best interests at heart. The psychological angle, recurrent trauma and its consequences. Of the most compelling aspects of Sharon's storyline is its psychological depth. The show has always been unflinching in portraying her struggles with mental health. This recurrence offers a rare opportunity to explore the long-term consequences of trauma in a soap opera setting. Expect nuanced storytelling that delves into Sharon's coping mechanisms, her internal conflicts, and the recurring patterns of her life. These scenes are likely to resonate deeply with viewers who have followed her journey for years, highlighting both the resilience and fragility of a character who has endured more than most high-stakes drama. The Genoa City reaction. Sharon's turmoil will ripple across Genoa City, affecting multiple characters and storylines, from her friendships to her professional life at Newman Enterprises. The shockwaves of her recurrence are poised to disrupt every corner of the city. The upcoming episodes may feature tense boardroom confrontations, whispered rumors among friends, and power struggles as Sharon's vulnerability becomes both a spectacle and a strategic opportunity for those around her. For loyal fans, these interactions promise suspense, intrigue, and emotional highs and lows that define the young and the restless. Cliffhangers and shocking revelations. As always, the show is expected to capitalize on suspenseful cliffhangers. Sharon's recurrence may culminate in moments that leave fans gasping: a life-threatening event, a public breakdown, or a shocking confrontation with someone from her past. These story beats will not only test Sharon's emotional and mental limits but also challenge the relationships she holds dear. Furthermore, fans should brace for revelations that reframe past events in shocking new lights. In classic soap opera fashion, what seems like a resolution may only be the beginning of another labyrinthine twist, keeping viewers on edge and eager for each new episode. What this means for Sharon's future. While the immediate storyline centers on recurrence and confrontation, the long-term implications for Sharon are profound. This arc may redefine her relationships, her career, and her sense of self. Fans can anticipate both heartache and triumph, as Sharon is pushed to the brink and ultimately must decide how to confront her past, and whether to let it dictate her future. The storyline promises a mix of suspense, drama, and emotional resonance, highlighting why Sharon Newman remains one of the young and the restless most compelling and enduring characters. Conclusion: a terrifying yet compelling return to the past. Sharon's upcoming episodes are poised to remind viewers why her journey is so unforgettable. By confronting the horrifying recurrence of her history, Sharon Newman will navigate a landscape of fear, love, and emotional turbulence. The storyline promises edge-of-your-seat suspense, tearful confrontations, and a psychological depth that fans will find both haunting and cathartic. In Genoa City, no character is ever safe from the shadows of their past, and Sharon's is about to engulf her once again.